Hey guys, and welcome to Natural Aesthetics, the YouTube channel dedicated to drug-free bodybuilding, strength and fitness. Good couple of days of training so far. My press day on Monday and my pull day on Tuesday. My overhead press, 3 sets of 6 at 66 kilos, finally able to get the full reps in for the workout. Really chuffed with that, as the last couple of attempts have been pretty dire actually. So finally starting to turn the overhead press around and hopefully heading back up to the kind of weights I was using over a year ago, heavier body weight. Just perseverance. It's just persevering even when things don't go as planned, things don't feel like they're going forwards. Sometimes you get patches like that, you just got to keep going. If you do it with enough willpower, your body will find a way to overcome it and push through to the other side. My body weight is kind of similar. I'm certainly not any fatter than I was last month, so it's true strength. It is, the fact that I've just put a lot of work in, I've got stronger on that lift. That's what it's boiled down to. Whereas sometimes before, when I was bulking, the strength gains that I've got have been because I've been eating so much food, I've been gaining body weight, and of course your strength will go up if you gain body weight. It's reliant upon that. Whereas at the moment I feel like I'm getting stronger because I'm doing the right work and just grinding through. Cut the sweet potato into thin chunks. You don't want them too big. They cook better when they're smaller and they take more of the flavour from the seasoning. And then you oil the baking tray just to stop it sticking. Don't need too much. Just kind of spread it across. So I've oiled the whole sheet there. Just makes it cook better, I think. Then just pop the slices on. I can then use a bit of coconut oil just to spray over the sweet potato. This is what I generally use for cooking, and it's just easy to put over the potatoes rather than kind of dripping oil over the top of them so they don't get too wet. So this is what I'm going to be using. So just some generous sprays over the potatoes, just keeps them moist, stops them going too dry. Just like in fitness, the health/food community can be very fickle of its opinions of what's healthy and what's not. I think it's more of the case of what's trendy and what's not. It's mostly just media and propaganda. And 5 to 10 years ago, olive oil was all the rage, and rightly so. It's a great oil to use, great oil to cook with and fry with. But the fact remains, olive oil is extremely healthy, and the misconception is that the smoking point of olive oil is quite low, and by cooking at that temperature, you're going to turn the good fats into bad fats. I think if you do some research, you'll probably find that it's a misconception, and the reality is that in a home environment, you're not really going to be cooking at such high temperatures to warrant that change. And if you look at cultures that use a lot of olive oil and fry and cook with olive oil, generally speaking, they're still pretty healthy, especially compared to the likes of America and UK. I mean, coconut oil is great, and I'm using it to spray over the wedges. It's got great properties, but as does olive oil. Certainly better than other oil varieties. So it's not that big a deal when A, you're not using that much, and B, you're not cooking at really, really high temperatures. I'm then going to apply some seasoning, cinnamon, salt, pepper, and a bit of sugar. I just think that's going to go quite nice with the sweet potato. And I'm not really fussy at all, so I generally like most things. Just experiment, see what you like. But to be honest, if you're fussy and you're into bodybuilding, then it's just making your life more difficult. It's hard enough to eat a lot of food already, let alone when you've got limited choices. So just try and learn to enjoy a variety of foods. So again, I've oiled up the foil on the tray just to stop the chicken catching. Just keeps it moist as well. A very thin layer. So the chicken's on. I'm going to cook this straight from frozen. These are already frozen chicken breast fillets. There's nothing else added to these, no water. So the seasoning that I'm going to be using with this, again, I'm going to spray it with a bit of coconut oil, just to keep it moist. Tastes nice on the chicken as well. Then I'm going to spray it with some garlic oil as well. I love garlic with anything. And then some chicken seasoning and some lime pepper. So that's the flavourings I'm going with. And again, you can kind of play around with that. Put whatever you want on the chicken to make it taste good. You can eat more of it. If it's bland, you're not going to want to eat large quantities of that food. So try and make it taste good. Then I have that with some salad, just kind of regular garden salad, or some veg, either asparagus, green beans, broccoli, stuff like that. What I'll do, I'll just put it in a bowl with some boiling water on it, just let it sit in it for a minute or so, and then eat it from that. I don't like overcooked veg. So that's the chicken and the sweet potato. The sweet potato, perfect. Chicken is a little bit overdone, I got distracted. It was in the oven longer than it should have been. And that'll probably last me 3 days, I guess. I'm going to be eating slightly more meat on my training days and non-training days, and it's just not very nice when you leave it too long. It really dries up after a couple of days. But that's not really a lot of sweet potato. That'll be gone within the day. That's 1 meal's worth, and that'll be 2 meals worth. So you need to cook sweet potato in bulk if you can. 3 baking trays if possible.